In this video, I want to talk about a word that you'll often hear at ISLA, and that is inquiry, or sometimes pronounced inquiry. And it's a philosophy of education, a style of education that we use here. And I want to tell you the differences between, say, inquiry and maybe what you experienced as a child. One of the most clear differences is the distinction between teacher-directed learning, which is something I experienced as a young person, where the teacher has the answers, the teacher has the book. The teacher has a book that's a bit bigger than the student book because it gives all the answers in addition to the questions. And if you raise your hand and ask something that's outside of that book, what were you met with? Oftentimes you were met with being sent out of the classroom or told, we don't have time for that, or stop asking me silly questions. In a student-centered, inquiry-based approach, the goal is not to have all the answers, but instead to teach the students how to ask the questions. We flip it completely. So our students drive their learning, they ask the big questions, and in the beginning of every unit, we start actually with finding out what students already know about a topic and then what they really want to know. And based on those interests, based on those desires, we help guide them to ask the right questions. Not only do we help them ask the right questions, but we also want to help them understand if they find the answers to those questions through research and inquiry, how do they know if those answers are correct? So that's a big deal as we've moved forward into the 21st century, and no longer are our students limited to just what's in the textbook, but instead they have access to all of the world's pieces of art and scientific journals and lectures and films. And for them, we want them to understand how to use those tools effectively, how to ask the right questions, and when they see things that come at them from a million different directions, to know if those answers can be validated, understood, justified, and trusted.